Hey Team Gerwell, you are flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G. Today's lesson is Topic 5, Lesson 8. And today's learning target is, I can determine which information is missing or extra in story problems. Here's our first example of a story problem. Addison bought 6 red balloons and 11 blue balloons for a party. During the party, 3 blue balloons burst, but none of the red balloons did. How many blue balloons did Addison have after the party? Well, there is definitely some useful information in this story problem. It's asking us a question that we can solve, but there's also some extra information as well. So this is how I want you to start doing these from now on. Anytime you have a story problem, the first thing I want you to do is ask, what question is it asking? So what question are we asking here? Well, it's asking us how many blue balloons did Addison have after the party? So we're going to go ahead and underline that. The next thing you need to do is highlight the important information. So the question is asking us how many blue balloons did Addison have after the party? So we're going to highlight the important information dealing with the blue balloons. So it says that Addison bought 11 blue balloons and then 3 blue balloons burst. What is the extra information? Well, the question doesn't ask us anything about the red balloons, so anything involving the red balloons we can just cross out because it really doesn't matter. So now that we've gone through and we've marked up our story problem, we need to solve it. So in this case, she started out with 11 balloons, 3 of them popped, and we need to know how many she had after the party. So this is a subtraction problem. 11 minus 3 equals 8. But we're not done because we still have to add our label. So we need to go back to our question that we've underlined in yellow and look for what our label should be. And in this case, we have 8 blue balloons that Addison had left over after the party. Now you try. I want you to go through tonight's problems and decide if each problem has extra or missing information, and then solve it if it's possible. You can't solve all of them, but a lot of them you can. Go through and underline the question, highlight the important information, and cross out the information that you don't need, and be sure to label whether it's extra or missing information. Go ahead and stop the video and then come back when you're ready for the answers. Here come the answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our first one, the missing information in problem number 1 is where Jordan is and when she's leaving for the meeting. This is a problem that you can't solve because you just don't have enough information. Problem number 2, he hikes for 5 hours. Our extra information is how much water he carries with him because the question only asks how many hours did he hike, didn't ask anything about the water. And question 3, the extra information, she wrote it in 5 hours and it is 4 pages long. But once we were able to solve it, we know it will take her between 8 and 9 minutes to type her essay. Because the question was about how long will it take to type her essay, and it didn't ask anything about how long she wrote it or how long it was. So before you go, make sure you've checked your work and you wrote down how many problems you got correct. Honestly, fill out your self-reflection. Could you teach a friend about this problem-solving technique, or are you still confused? And then go ahead and fill in the space for any questions you might still have. See you tomorrow, Team Gerwell. Have a great night.